Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily, the home bookkeeper, and this is my Moving Abroad series. If you're planning to relocate to Ireland and eventually buy a home, you've probably heard about Ireland's housing grants. And you might be wondering, can immigrants apply for them? Do you need permanent residency? And what approvals are actually required? Because here's the truth. Not all housing grants in Ireland are available to new arrivals, and immigration status matters more than most people realize. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down every major housing grant in Ireland, how immigration and residency affect eligibility, and what relocating buyers realistically need to plan for before committing to a purchase. This is not hype, this is just a roadmap. And I'm putting these videos together as I do my own research. So let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, immigration status determines everything. Before we even talk about grants, we need to talk about immigration permission. Most housing grants in Ireland require that you are a legal resident in Ireland, have a valid stamp on your residence permission, are ordinarily a resident, living in Ireland full-time, and intend the property to be your principal private residence. This usually means a Stamp 1, which is a work permit, or Stamp 4, long-term or permanent residency. Short-term permissions, tourist visas, or Stamp 0 permissions generally do not qualify for housing grants. If you are relocating, expect a waiting period before you're eligible. Now, a big question most people looking to relocate ask is, can new immigrants buy property? And in Ireland, you can. Non-Irish citizens can legally buy property in Ireland, including EU and non-EU nationals. However, buying property does not give you residency. Immigration approval must come before grant eligibility, and many grants require proof of long-term residence or tax compliance. So while you can buy, grant access usually comes later. The Local Authority Home Loan. This is the Rebuilding Ireland loan. This is one of the most misunderstood supports. The Local Authority Home Loan is a government-backed mortgage, not free money, but immigration status here is crucial. Immigration and residency requirements are legal long-term residency in Ireland, the right to remain for the full mortgage term, proof of stable income earned in Ireland, and tax compliance with Irish revenue. New arrivals usually do not qualify immediately. Most councils expect at least 1 to 2 years of Irish residence and consistent Irish employment history. This loan is best viewed as a future option, not an arrival benefit. The Help to Buy incentive helps first-time buyers with deposits, but it has strict conditions. Key immigration-related requirements are you must be tax resident in Ireland, must have paid Irish income tax for multiple years, property must be your primary residence, and this applies to only new builds or self-builds. This is where many relocating buyers get stuck. If you've just arrived, you haven't likely paid enough Irish taxes yet to qualify. This incentive is best for long-term residents, workers with established tax records, but it's not ideal for first-year arrivals. Housing grants through local councils, adaptation and repairs. These grants can be accessible to immigrants, but only after residency is established. This includes Housing Adaptation Grant for Disability, Mobility Aids Grant, and housing aid for older people. Immigration considerations. They must be an ordinary resident, must own and live in the property. Your income will be tested. An immigration permission must allow long-term residence. If you're relocating with a disability or caring needs, these grants can be powerful, but they are not immediate arrival benefits. The SEAI Home Energy Grants are often the first housing grants immigrants can access. Why is that? They focus on property ownership, energy efficiency, and environmental goals, not citizenship. The requirements are you must own the property. The home is your main residence. You are a legal resident. And works are completed by registered contractors. Immigration status is less restrictive here, but you still must live in the home, be a resident, and meet all of the program rules. For relocating buyers, this is often the most realistic early grant that they can obtain. If you're relocating and willing to renovate, like myself, this grant is worth paying attention to. The eligibility factors are the property must be vacant for a defined period of time. You must occupy the home as your main residence, and you must be a legal resident with permission to stay. Immigration tip. Some councils may require proof you intend to remain long-term, meaning a Stamp 4 or long duration Stamp 1 holders have better success with this. This grant can significantly reduce renovation costs, but approvals vary by council or county. One thing I love about the UK and the EU is the word scheme. It has such a stigma in the States, but it is used for so many different programs and things around the countries. So, number 8, the affordable housing schemes and immigration reality. Programs like cost rental, shared ownership, and housing assistance payment, or HAP, are heavily tied to residency, income history, and long-term presence. Most require ordinary residence, tax compliance, and long-term permission to remain in the country. These are stability-focused programs, not relocation tools. Now, there are going to be some approval times and what relocating buyers should expect. Here's the realistic timeline most relocating buyers are going to face. Year 1, secure immigration permission, establish Irish tax residency, and rent and build financial history in the country. Years 2 through 3, begin qualifying for loans or grants, apply for energy upgrades, and explore refurbishment grants. Long-term, full access to first-time homebuyer incentives. This isn't a flaw in the system, it's just how Ireland ensures long-term housing stability. If you're relocating and want to buy in Ireland, here's the smart approach. Secure immigration permission first. Expect to rent initially. Build Irish income and tax history. Focus on energy grants early. Those are going to be the first ones that you're going to be approved for. And use grants as long-term strategy, not arrival funding. Trying to rush grant access before residency is the fastest way to get denied. Ireland offers excellent housing supports, but they're designed for residents, not short-term arrivals and visitors. When you understand the immigration and approval process, you can plan strategically instead of getting frustrated. If this video helped clarify what's realistic, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Are you planning to rent first or buy after settling in Ireland? And if you're not planning on going to Ireland, where do you want to go? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.